Earth is the best planet. The rest of the universe sucks. There's these billionaires saying, oh, we'll just go live on Mars. Like, you won't even go to the Bronx. You're not going to live on Mars. The thing about Earth is that everything I or you have ever cared about or will ever care about is here.
Welcome to Bedford 2030's Summer Book Club. We are reading What If We Get It Right by Dr. Ayana Elizabeth Johnson.
We are now 1/3 of the way through the book, and today we're going to talk about some of the ideas and solutions that we're learning about and talk about how they can apply to us here in Bedford.
Well, we need to start with the villain, with the bad guy in this story, carbon. On page 81, Dr. Johnson says, we've sort of vilified carbon, but carbon is the building block of all life. It's just in the wrong place. It's in the atmosphere as methane and CO2, causing the greenhouse gas effect. We need it in the soil and in the bodies of living things because carbon is life. We want to talk about some of the solutions and ideas that will help get the carbon out of the atmosphere and back where it belongs in places like the soil.
On page 37, in an interview with Judith D. Schwartz, we learn that the climate solutions that nature offers can comprise more than 1/3 of the carbon mitigation needed to hold global warming to below 2 degrees Celsius. So our respect must extend to the people who hold wisdom about how nature works: Indigenous peoples, scientists, elders, naturalists, and more.
There is a story told in this book on page 70 about Afro-Indigenous women who braided seeds into their hair before they were removed from their homes and brought to America, which is in such a tragic moment. They had the wisdom to braid seeds in their hair so that people today are still eating the foods that they brought from their home. So thinking about the people who will be here in 100 years from now, we have to think, how can we bring the seeds to them and make sure that the things that exist now still exist in nature when we are gone? Dr. Johnson says, even though as a middle-aged person, I'm not going to be around in 2100, wouldn't it be great if all of these beautiful people were still eating melons and okra then and enjoying life? Let's act as if. Let's bring the seeds.
And it's what our ancestors have been doing for us. They've brought the seeds, and so we want to do the same thing for future generations. So it's taking what you've learned from the past, taking what you're working on in the present, and kind of giving it as a gift to future people, saying, we know you're coming and you are our family and we believe in you, and so we want to give you everything that you need to succeed.
A lot of what they talk about in the first third of the book, Dr. Johnson does a lot of interviews. It's really, she has essays woven in with interviews and poetry. It's really beautiful. It's nice to read in summer chunks. They talk a lot about regenerative agriculture and how we need to do more of it, even if it's on a small scale, growing our food locally, because a lot of our food is grown in, Southern California and in Mexico and Central America. And what happens to people where we live if climate change causes drought and flood and we can't grow our food there anymore? So this isn't something that we just need to think about here in Bedford and in the Northeast, but everyone everywhere needs to figure out how to make their food system local and regenerative and sustainable. Like I was almost convinced to move to a small rural farm. Almost.
Yes.
But I'm not an expert in growing plants, so someone help me.
We need all of these solutions. So if you're a good plant grower, you are welcome to come live on our commune with us. Harmony will cook. I will manage the animals, and we will all live such a happy, healthy life together.
It will be a beautiful community. Let's get into AI, Grace. Here's a quote. The real problem of humanity is the following. We have Paleolithic emotions, medieval institutions, and godlike technology. And it's terrifically dangerous, and it is now approaching a point of crisis overall. So how do we take the wisdom of the past, these natural solutions, and pair them with technology to make a marriage of solutions that work together to actually get it right?
I often feel like there's two camps in the environmental movement, the natural solutions camp and the technology camp. Sometimes I feel like we're at odds within the movement itself. And that just seems like such a loss to me because you need both. You can't have technology without human values and without respect for nature and without love for our planet. And you can't have just natural solutions when we live in this highly technical world. So we've got to bring them together and respect the people who are in different camps. There are so many solutions available to us in our area. And so that's what we're trying to talk about. Supporting local farms, getting solar panels on your house, getting an EV, starting a garden in your backyard. All of that works together and has you live a beautiful life that supports the beautiful lives of everyone else on the planet.
Yes. And I just have to say that Bedford 2030 has a lot of free programs that help you do all of that.
That's the point. Yeah.
That is the point of this organization.
Yes.
So let's get it right. You can start getting it right today by using our free resources. We need to embrace the technologies. We need to embrace the land. And then maybe we'll get it right.